Gentlemen, start your engines.
Welcome to our newest series, The Five. We intend to bring you the unique, the forgotten, the feel-good, the almost, and really any kind of moment in between that we feel needs some light shed on it for whatever reason. Today we're going to kick it off with a NASCAR-themed video, a style that you will see weekly for all of the upcoming races. Don't worry though, this won't only be a NASCAR thing, but we will be swinging for the fences for some tales from the diamond, the hardwood, and the gridiron too. The anticipation for the inaugural Winston Cup tire test at the Brickyard in 1992 was through the roof as fans packed the famed speedway, begging the track to put NASCAR on the schedule. The crowd was estimated between 25 and 30,000 people. This unique test saw 9 top drivers take part in the historic event, with Rusty Wallace being the first car to hit the track thanks to being sent out in numerical order. Nothing will ever be able to compare to the hype behind the test, but on top of that, we were left with 2 incredibly cool moments, one without even realizing the importance that it had at the time. Davey Allison was one of the drivers picked to take part in the 2-day test. What we didn't know at the time is that it would be the only time that he would take laps on the track. He tragically passed away on July 13, 1993, following injuries sustained in a helicopter crash at Talladega, 1 month before the open test at the track and just a little over a year before the inaugural Brickyard 400. Knowing what success Robert Yates had with Ernie Irvan and Dale Jarrett at the racetrack, it's really hard not to ponder what Davey might have been able to accomplish there when looking back at pictures of him from that historic day. The second day of the tire test saw 2 legends create an iconic moment of their own. The number 3 of Dale Earnhardt took part in the test, but late in the day he surprised everyone and let 4-time Indianapolis 500 champion AJ Foyt hop in the car to take some laps around the track. Speaking of the inaugural Brickyard 400, everybody knows about the incident involving brothers Jeff and Brett Bodine, which saw Brett make contact with Jeff and send him spinning into the wall. Jeff's post-incident words exposed some previous tension and family trouble between the two. Their strained relationship was now public knowledge and lived in the spotlight in the near future as the two refused to talk it out. That made it an absolute surprise when the two showed up on ABC together smiling during rain delay coverage for the 1995 running of the 400. Jeff was dealing with some kidney stones the previous week, and Brett said that he wanted to know how Jeff was doing. The two joked about the incident and said they still had a really long way to go, but they were glad they started talking again. For the race, Jeff finished 15th and Brett was 24th. One of the most surprising runs of the 1996 Winston Cup season came at Indianapolis when eventual Rookie of the Year Johnny Benson Jr. looked like he had the car to beat. He qualified his number 30 car 14th and quickly started making his way through the field once the race started. He led 3 different times for a race-high 70 laps before his dreams of finishing the day in victory lane disappeared right before his eyes. Benson, who was first at the time, came down pit road under green for what was scheduled to be his final stop of the day. He cycled back on the track, but the caution came out a few laps later and the whole field came back in for service. A slow pit stop and issues getting the car fired up pushed Benson to the back of the field, restarting 18th. His fast yellow Pontiac still moved through the field, picking up a solid yet disappointing 8th place finish. One of the absolute best feel-good stories in the history of the Brickyard 400 came in 2000. Well, almost came in 2000. 53-year-old Darrell Waltrip was in his final season in his incredible, eventual Hall of Fame career. The end of his career was not full of many great moments for the legend, so when he put a lap down of just over 180 miles an hour during qualifying for the 400, the mood in the entire place was electric. The crowd went wild, screaming for old DW like it was the 80s again. He waved to the crowd while pumping his fist as he came back down pit road. His younger brother Michael was waiting for him and high-fived him as he brought his number 66 car to a stop in the pits. DW's grin inside his helmet could be seen from miles away. He climbed out of his car and immediately leaped into Michael's arms as the two embraced as the crowd continued to lose their minds. His excitement couldn't be contained as he finished his TV interview with an icky shuffle. Unfortunately, DW's reign at the top of the board lasted roughly 30 minutes as Ricky Rudd put his Robert Yates Racing Ford on the pole. DW started second and finished 11th in his final race at the track. Keep an eye out over the next few days for The 5 stories from Indianapolis Raceway Park, which will be uploaded to our page. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And as always, thanks for watching.